Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottama Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayed Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 7, The Killing of the Demon Trinavarta, Text 22. Muhurtam Abhavad Goshtham Muhurtam Abhavad Goshtham Rajasa Tamasavritam Rajasa Tamasavritam Sutam Yashoda Napashyat Sutam Yashoda Napashyat Tasmin Nyastavati Yataha Tasmin Nyastavati Yataha Muhurtam Abhavad Goshtham Rajasa Tamasavritam Sutam Yashodana Pashyal Tasmin Yastavati Yataha Muhurtam Abhavad Goshtham Rajasa Tamasavritam Sutam Yashodana Pashyat Tasmin Yastavati Yataha Muhurtam Abhavad Goshtham Rajasa Tamasavritam Sutam Yashodana Pashyat Tasmin Nastavati Yataha Muhurtam Abhavad Goshtham Rajasa Tamasavritam Sutam Yashodana Pashyat Tasmin Yastavati Yataha Muhurtam. For a moment, Abhavat, there was Goshtham throughout the whole pasturing ground. Rajasa, by big particles of dust. Tamasa Avritam, covered with darkness. Sutam, her son. Yashoda, Mother Yashoda. Na apashyat, could not find. Tasmin, in that very spot. Nyastavati, she had placed him. Yataha, where? Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. For a moment, the whole pasturing ground was overcast with dense darkness from the dust storm and Mother Yashoda was unable to find her son where she had placed him. Please repeat this translation after me. For a moment, the whole pasturing ground was overcast with dense darkness from the dust storm, and Mother Yashoda was unable to find her son where she had placed him. Text 23. I'll read by myself, kindly hear. Na pashyat kaschanatmanam param chapi vimohitaha trunavartan nisrishtabhihi sharkarabhir upadrutaha. Translation. Because of bits of sand thrown about by Trinavarta, people could not see themselves or anyone else, and thus they were illusioned and disturbed. Text 24. Iti khara pavana chakrapam shuvarshe sutapadavim abala vilakshamata Atikarunam anusmarantyashochat bhuvipatita mritavatsaka yatha gauhu. Translation. Because of the dust storm stirred up by the strong whirlwind, Mother Yashoda could find no trace of her son, nor could she understand why. Thus she fell down on the ground like a cow who has lost her calf and began to lament very pitifully. Text 25. Ruditam anu nishamya tatra gopyo bhrusham anutapta dhiyo ashrupurna mukhyaha rurudur anupalabhya nandashunam pavana uparata pamshu varshavege. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation. When the force of the dust storm and the wind subsided, Yashoda's friends, the other gopis, approached Mother Yashoda, hearing her pitiful crying. Not seeing Krishna present, they too felt very much aggrieved and joined Mother Yashoda in crying, their eyes full of tears. Purport. This attachment of the gopis to Krishna is wonderful and transcendental. The center of all the activities of the gopis was Krishna. When Krishna was there, they were happy, and when Krishna was not there, they were unhappy. Thus, when Mother Yashoda was lamenting Krishna's absence, the other ladies also began to cry. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prachar Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare. So Shukadeva Goswami is describing to Parikshit Maharaj Krishna's pastimes, and he is narrating such pastimes which are very, very unusual. Now, Shukadeva Goswami is describing a demon came in the form of a whirlwind. It's not that the Brajavasis could understand a demon has come in the form of whirlwind. For them, like for all of us, if there's a whirlwind, it's a natural phenomena. And as a result of the natural phenomena, they try to adjust themselves to that phenomena. And then here the description is that this demon himself had come in the form of a whirlwind. Now this is very difficult to understand for modern people. That somebody comes in the form of a whirlwind. They think this is all fairy tales. For small children you can tell all this. Adults don't read all this. Don't give serious attention to all this. This is all some stories. All some stories. But we should understand that Shukadev Goswami, the greatest transcendentalist of his time, who is respected by all categories of saintly persons, who had all assembled when Parikshit Maharaj decided to retire from his kingly duties, and he went to a holy place and sat there seeking the guidance of saintly persons how to prepare for his death. So when he went there, the resident saintly persons in that holy place, that place is even now there. It's called Shukatal. It's on the way from Delhi to Haridwar. Of course, I have not been there, but I've heard a lot about it from those who have actually been there. So, the local resident saintly persons, they recognized that the emperor of the whole world has come to this holy place. And he began to inquire from them, how should I prepare for my death, which is going to happen in the next 7 days. And just when they had just assembled to the spot where Parikshit Maharaj was sitting down, so many other saintly persons started arriving there. And that's not unusual. Holy place is meant for pious people, saintly persons to go, take a bath, and take the dust of the holy place. And in former times, holy places were also places where saintly persons used to gather and discuss spiritual subject matter. Nowadays they conduct some so-called Bhagavad Saptaha or Ramayana Katha. It's more for entertaining the audience. It's not any serious discussion about philosophy. Nowadays, where is discussion of serious philosophy, where people are actually very seriously interested in understanding, who am I? What is the goal of life? Who is God? What is this world? Where are such conferences held? And if at all some bogus so-called spiritualist, he conducts some conference or something, people attend just to make a show that we are also, intelligent people, we are philosophers, we are spiritualists, just to make a show. Because we don't see the effect of such hearing such, participating in such conferences, people changing their lives.
you don't see one bit of change in their lives. They finish the conference, go back to their homes, and then the usual stuff. The materialists busy with TV and their job and their family and their business and their sense enjoyment. That continues without any change. So, Bhagavatam describes in the second canto, third chapter, pure devotional service means change of heart. Unless there is a change of heart, there is no pure devotional service. So all these sentimental people who go and cry when they hear Ram Katha, Krishna Katha, Bhagavat Katha, some emotional scene is very nicely described by the speaker, they all sit and cry. Recently there was one dance drama in Dubai, and so many people who attended that, there's a short video made. What was their reaction? Oh, bahut acha tha, it was very nice, very nice. And actually I was crying when Krishna was being separated from Mother Yashoda. He left Vrindavan and went to Mathura. So nice the acting was, It was very, very nice. Actually I was crying, really crying. I couldn't resist tears coming from my eyes. Bahut acha kiya aapne. And what will these people go home and do? After all this, watching all this, they continue with their usual activities. Nothing happens in terms of change of heart. Prabhupada went to America. He performed Kirtan. He spoke on Bhagavad Gita. But Prabhupada speaking is resulting in change of heart. And the change is not a small change. Americans, Europeans, Africans, all kinds of people, they are completely giving up their career, their family, their jobs, everything, and simply dedicating their life for Krishna consciousness. This is described in the Bhagavatam. Tadvag visargo janatagha viplavo. Viplava means revolution. Those words which bring about, when heard from the proper source, like the source of a pure devotee, it brings about a revolution in the heart of a misdirected civilization. It brings about a cleansing of the heart. They give up sinful activities. They give up sense gratification. So, these saintly persons who assemble there, the resident saintly persons are anyway residents of that holy place. They are engaged in tapasya, in practicing spiritual life very seriously. Then others join them. So many of them, big number. So the Bhagavatam describes what is their identity. Vyasadeva describes their identity. They are not just some saintly persons. Their characteristics are described. They are arriving from different parts of the universe. Now again, modern man, he doesn't know what is interplanetary travel. He's trying. They're trying to go to moon, they're trying to go to Mars, they're trying to go to some other planets. But they don't know of people residing in different planets, other planets, and they coming to the earth. And that also, they are saintly people who have assembled in that holy place. They've all gathered. And if somebody were to ask them, what is the purpose of your visit? Oh, we are on a pilgrimage. We are on a pilgrimage. It's common, no? Kumbh Mela, pilgrimage. So many people went, no? So lakhs of people. This kind of phenomena happened when Parikshit Maharaj had retired. Why? Because Parikshit Maharaj is no small, ordinary person. He is the emperor of the whole world, whole earth planet. So he is retired, definitely. The news spread everywhere. And all categories of people, obviously pious people, saintly people, they all gathered, assembled. So, if somebody were to ask, what is the purpose of your visit? Oh, we are on a pilgrimage. But actually, Vyasadeva is describing that Suta Goswami is telling the assembled sages in Naimisharanya the incident, describing this incident. He is telling, these saintly persons are no ordinary persons. They are the greatest of Brahmarshis, Rajarshis, Devarshis, Arunodayas. Now, what is the special characteristic of such saintly persons? That they have come to the holy place because they are on a pilgrimage. Pilgrimage means we go to purify ourselves. But the fact is, these saintly persons were coming from upper planets. They are themselves capable of purifying a holy place. So simply making an excuse of visiting the holy place for a pilgrimage, they have come there, but they come for a different purpose. Because they could foresee that Shukadev Goswami is going to speak the Bhagavatam. Therefore, they have come there to hear from Shukadev Goswami the Srimad Bhagavatam. You see? Now, what is the special thing about Shukadev Goswami speaking Bhagavatam? Speaking on some spiritual subject. What is the speciality? Shukadev Goswami is the recognized topmost transcendentalist of his time. All over the universe he was known. So when Shukadev Goswami is going to speak on spiritual subject matter, and all categories of transcendentalists who are capable of purifying a holy place, they are among the top transcendentalists in the whole universe. They have come. They all have assembled to hear from Shukadev Goswami. They all assembled. So such an audience, Shukadev Goswami is not going to speak some fairy tale. They are serious listeners. They are not going to sit and hear some story, imaginative story. No. They have no business hearing some stories. So he's speaking very serious subject matter, which is very obvious from the words spoken by Shukadev Goswami in the beginning of the Bhagavatam. And Parikshit Maharaj is asking so many important questions which are all pertaining to spiritual subject matter. None of the questions Parikshit Maharaj is asking is pertaining to some story, some imagination, some entertainment. He is on a serious business. He is going to die within 7 days. He is not interested in entertainment anymore. So how these foolish people think Bhagavatam is some story meant for entertaining some small children or sentimental people, how do they think like that? That means they have never really understood what is Bhagavatam. They never really understood. And some of these people, of course, common people misunderstand, that's another thing. These are all big, big Vedic scholars. They say Bhagavatam is simply some stories for teaching morality to common people. What is the audacity they have to say this? And who accepts them? Their words? It's some ignorant, foolish people only accept such words by so-called Vedic scholars. A genuine transcendentalist knows what is the position of Srimad Bhagavatam. And if some Vedic, so-called Vedic scholar says this is all mythology, then they will say this Vedic scholar is a nonsensical fellow. He's a bogus guy. He doesn't know what are the scriptures. He doesn't know Shastra. He calls himself Shastri. He doesn't know Shastra. Because he simply inherited one title. Or simply he has, parrot-like repetition he is doing of some Vedic mantras. And he wears big tilak. He wears some dress of a spiritualist. Externally he is dressed like a spiritualist. But he doesn't know what is Bhagavatam. He doesn't know what is real Shastra. So, one has to hear scriptures, learn the scriptures from the proper source. And the symptoms of such a person whose proper source is given in the scriptures themselves, is taught in the parampara system. Just like if you want to learn seriously what is physics, you go to a proper institution. You don't simply, somebody on the street who's a very good orator, you don't listen from him, you don't study under him. You never do that. Of course, nowadays that is happening through the social media. Somebody who has got millions of views, everybody will watch. You see? Everybody will watch because it's entertaining, it is interesting. Because andha yathandair upaniyamana. Kali Yuga, the Bhagavatam describes that blind leaders lead other common blind people. All of them end up in a ditch, that's all. How can the blind people lead anybody else who's blind? Not possible. So similarly, these people are completely ignorant, but they are posing as spiritualists, spiritual leaders, many of them. And their number will increase as Kali Yuga progresses. Symptoms of Kali Yuga. Because this is the age of cheating, hypocrisy. So, coming to the point that I wanted to make, that a demon has come to actually kill Krishna, and he has got mystic power. And he's utilizing his mystic power. He's come in the form of a whirlwind. And particularly, it is being described here, the target is Krishna. The target is Krishna. And who are against Krishna? Naturally, only the demons are against Krishna. Demons are against God. There are two classes of people in this world. Bhagavad Gita clearly explains, all the scriptures explain. Daiva Swabhava and Asuri Swabhava. Daivi Swabhava, Asuri Swabhava. Divine nature and demoniac nature. Demoniac nature, they are simply openly against God. They are godless. And also, not just that they are godless, but they unnecessarily want to give trouble, want to harass the godly people, the saintly people. On the other hand, the saintly people, they always are well-wishers of everyone else. They wish everyone else good. But the demons, they always want to give trouble to divine-natured people. Even without any reason, even without any cause. Unnecessarily they want to give trouble. So, such demoniac people, they are the ones who are targeting Krishna. And this description is a very serious description and very crisp description. That he came in the form of a whirlwind, and the description is given here, that he covered the whole pasturing ground with dense darkness. He created a dust storm. Mother Yashoda was unable to find her beloved son where she had placed him. And because bits of sand were thrown about by Trinavarta everywhere, people could not see each other. They were illusioned, they were disturbed. And after some time, when the dust storm settled down, Mother Yashoda still could not find her son, and she began to cry piteously, "Where is my son? Where is my son?" So the other gopis, after the dust storm settled, when the dust storm was there, they could not see anything. But after the dust storm settled, they could hear Mother Yashoda crying. And they all approached her, and they came to know she has lost Krishna, baby Krishna. So they also began to cry. They joined Mother Yashoda in crying, their eyes full of tears. What does this indicate? The attachment of the gopis to Krishna is wonderful and transcendental. Now, it's wonderful because mothers are naturally attached to their children, young children. It's natural. But being attached to someone else's child, that also, if some relationship is there, it's okay. But these gopis, the cowherd men and women, they don't have any specific relationship with each other, except that they belong to a cowherd community. You might say they all belong to the same community, so some attachment might be there for other members of the community, yeah. But to what extent the community attachment can be there, First of all, the attachment for one's own body. That's the characteristic of material existence. This material world, first attachment is for my own body. Next comes the attachment to bodily connections. Ahankara, first aham, I, and then mine. This is a characteristic of ahankara. All conditioned souls have this characteristic. That first I am attached to my body. I think I am this body, myself. So I am attached to myself. And then I am attached to all my people, my father, my mother, my brother, my sister, my uncle, my aunt. And it expands. As it expands, the degree of attachment reduces. Whereas here, the gopis, they are so attached to Krishna that it is wonderful. You're wonderstruck. How can they be so attached to Krishna? Because Krishna has appeared just like the other gopis, other cowherd men and women, they have their children. Krishna is also the son of Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. It's not that Krishna alone is very, very cute. No, the others are also very cute. The description is there in the Bhagavatam. Shukadeva Goswami specifically described the beauty of the gopis, the beauty of the handsomeness of the cowherd men. And they were also rich. The other cowherd men, it's not that Nanda Maharaj alone was rich. You see? And anyway, they had, Nanda Maharaj was of course the leader of the cowherd community, but still, he had more cows than others, yeah. But still, it's not that they had so less cows that they would be bewildered by looking at Nanda Maharaj's wealth. No. Like the description is there, Krishna's birthday, appearance day, was being celebrated with Nanda Maharaj. They all took so many gifts and went. And in jubilation, they began to throw butter on each other. What does that indicate? They have plenty of butter. They have plenty of milk and milk products. So they are not poor people. They are well-to-do. But they are leading a God-centered life. Now, somebody leading a God-centered life, why will they become attached to somebody else's child? This is the transcendental aspect of their attachment to Krishna. That's why Prabhupada says here in the purport, this attachment of the gopis to Krishna is wonderful and transcendental. It's only possible if they are having a transcendental attraction for Krishna. Otherwise not possible. Because other than the devotees of Krishna, nobody else had attachment for Krishna like the devotees. Nobody else had. So therefore, this attachment is due to their devotion, due to their them being devotees. Only devotees of Krishna can be attached to Krishna. Nobody else can be attached to Krishna. Only devotees of Krishna can be attached to Krishna. We have examples, so many transcendentalists who are not devotees of Krishna, non-devotee transcendentalists. There's so much Vedic knowledge, they're so detached, they're so strict in their practices of meditation or studying scriptures or performing rituals, worshipping even the deities. But where is attachment to Krishna? It's not there. They don't have attachment to Krishna. Non-devotees don't have attachment to Krishna. So, it is only the devotees who are attached to Krishna. Please note this point. And that's what Shukadeva Goswami is describing here. He is describing the devotees of Krishna, how they are attached to Krishna. They are so attached to Krishna, if Krishna is missing, they begin to cry, where is Krishna? That's what Prabhupada says. They were happy when Krishna was present amidst them. And when Krishna was not there, they were unhappy. Only because of attachment. And what degree of attachment? They're crying, where is Krishna? Mother Yashoda, obviously, she's the mother. Mother loses the child, she'll cry, definitely. It's not difficult to understand this point. Mother Yashoda began crying, where is Krishna, where is Krishna? But they also joined Mother Krishna in crying. They also began to cry. Why should they cry? Rather, they'll try to pacify Mother Yashoda and say, let's search for the boy. Don't worry, we will search for the boy. He'll be somewhere around. No. They never pacified Mother Yashoda. Don't cry, don't cry. They also joined Mother Yashoda in crying. Why? They are also affected like Mother Yashoda. This is the point. Note this point. They are also affected like Mother Yashoda. This is the mysterious thing, that mother is attached to her child. Okay. She may also have some appreciation for neighbor's child or another child. Okay. But here, the whole of Vrindavan, and not limited only to men and women, or the boys and girls, the cows, the calves, the birds, the monkeys, all of them are attached to Krishna because all of them are devotees of Krishna. This is the speciality of Bhagavatam. No other scripture describes. Of course, Ramayana describes how everyone is attached to Rama. That's also there in the Ramayana. So some rare scriptures like this are there. Okay? Very rare scriptures are there. So, again, the description of pure devotees in the Mahabharata. Yudhishthira Maharaj was ruling the entire kingdom. Everybody was attached to him. Entire kingdom, everyone was attached to him. When Rama was ruling, everyone was attached to Rama as the king. So he is the Supreme Lord. Okay. Yudhishthira is not the Supreme Lord. He is just a devotee. And there are so many devotees. He is not the only devotee of the Supreme Lord. There are many devotees. But his influence was so wonderful. Everybody was attached to him. Everybody was attached to him. There's so many details in the Mahabharata. You can read in the Mahabharata how they got attached to him. Whereas we don't hear people are attached to Duryodhana. Duryodhana was also ruling, or the caretaker king. Dhritarashtra was the caretaker king. They were not attached to Dhritarashtra like that. So this is what Mahabharata is highlighting. People get attached to the Supreme Lord or his pure devotees. Like we can even see Prabhupada's life, how the devotees got attached to Prabhupada. Where is this attachment coming from? Because he's a pure devotee. Because he's a pure devotee. There's so many descriptions. When Prabhupada used to arrive after about 2 or 3 years, his visit would be there to that place. As the number of centers started increasing, so Prabhupada's frequency of visiting places reduced. And new centers were being opened in remote places, just like in Colombia, in South America. One devotee went and opened a center and made so many devotees and calling Prabhupada, please come, please come. So Prabhupada says, yes, I'll come. And Prabhupada has got so many other responsibilities and duties now. And so after some 3 years after the center opened, Prabhupada went there and he saw so nicely so many devotees. They already taken Diksha from Prabhupada. That used to happen simply by President writing to Prabhupada wherever Prabhupada is, and Prabhupada replying back, yes, I accept them as my disciple. And then you conduct the fire sacrifice and you get the nearest sannyasi to chant on the beads, and you hand over the beads to them. Let them follow the regulative principles, read my books. That's all. So they are waiting to see Prabhupada. So they all go to the airport to receive Prabhupada. Big kirtan. This is not unusual. It's natural because our main business is Sankirtan. Okay. But what many times you can read in the memories, devotees describe, that everyone practically would be crying upon seeing Prabhupada for the first time, or even seeing Prabhupada after a long time. Everybody among the devotees. And they are tears of joy that Prabhupada has come. They are able to see Prabhupada. They are able to meet him. They are able to receive him. So where does this attachment come from? Certainly it is not material attachment. What is the relationship with Prabhupada? How much do they know about Prabhupada? Not much. They don't know much about Prabhupada as a person. But a devotee, when there is a change of heart, develops attachment, attraction for Krishna and Krishna's pure devotees. This is a symptom of bhakti. And this is not some external show. It is actually deep within the heart. It is the level of the soul. This level of the soul, it cannot change. It cannot be some momentary happening or occurrence. Once somebody develops even a little attraction for Krishna, after that one becomes mad after Krishna. One becomes mad after Krishna. Somebody may say, we see that in the material world also, no? A girl gets attracted to a boy, or a boy gets attracted to a girl. After that, their attachment keeps on increasing, because they say, oh, he has fallen in love with that girl. They say that, no? Then it keeps on increasing. But how much will it increase? How long will it stay? It's not going to stay. It's not going to stay. After they come close to each other, finished. All the honeymoon is over. So like that, in material world, in any case, even if they are very attached, they can be attached only till the body is there, that's all. Death is going to be forcefully separating them. And after that, lost in oblivion, they don't even know what is death. They don't know where is the person. They think he's dead and gone, that's all. So, that's not the case with attachment to Krishna or attachment to pure devotees. That spiritual attachment begins with the heart getting cleansed. And when the heart is fully cleansed, the attachment becomes so strong. It's permanent attachment. It is complete attachment. It is total attachment. That is the kind of attachment that is being described in the pages of Bhagavatam among the devotees of Krishna, pure devotees of Krishna. And that is very evident in all the pages of the Srimad Bhagavatam, especially in the 10th canto. You can read that. I'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.